So in this video, we're going to go through the process to build your standards, first starting with the Department of Labor and then with the DAS. So at the Department of Labor, we utilize Standards Builder, which is accessed through our website, apprenticeship.gov. This process to get to Standards Builder, you should already have your curriculum established and your employer ready to participate. If you need more detail on what else might be required to start a program, you can go to the Explore tab and look further into the process before Standards Builder. To start Standards Builder, click the Start Now button. So you will leave our site and go to login.gov and create your own independent account, which is used to access Standards Builder. Once in Standards Builder, you'll be asked a series of questions to determine what kind of program you will create, a local program or a national program with one employer or multiple employers. So you can see you need to have all these answers to these questions already before you proceed. I have created a template for East Los Angeles College already in Standards Builder. You can see these are the questions that are asked. The program type, that will be determined by how you answer the questions in the beginning, the sponsor information, the program contact, which would be yours, not mine. And then you get into the occupation. When you're in the occupation, you can alter the work processes. So if you are not familiar with the work processes already, you can select them then. Also, you'll be asked the approach, competency-based, hybrid, or time-based. You are required to have 144 hours of related instruction for each year of the program length. You can input the minimum qualifications and other details such as whether or not the apprentices will be paid and any extra requirements for previous experience. Once you've put that all in, then you can view your draft standards. This is really important to view, especially if you're sharing these with multiple stakeholders. These can be downloaded in a Word format, or you can allow somebody to log in to your account in Standards Builder. You can also add another account if you want to have multiple user accounts. Right there, user account button. One thing that you'll need to do though, prior to submitting your registration request, is print out your blank Appendix D. That's what your employer will sign if the employer is not the sponsor. When you are in contact with your ATR from the DOL, they will ask for this form prior to signing your standards. Once this has all been input and you're ready to submit, it will then go to the California State Director to be assigned to an apprenticeship training representative. They will review what you've input in Standards Builder. If everything is acceptable, it will be sent back to you to sign via DocuSign. Once you sign it, then the state director will then sign it, as long as you have that employer sign off already. That is the end of the registration process for the Department of Labor. It takes approximately 1 week if you have all the information and you're ready to go, up to a couple of months if you're still working on fleshing out some of the details. Once the standards have been signed, you will then be in contact with your DAS representative to get them approved by the state of California.
Once the approved DOL standards are completed, they'll be sent by the ATR at DOL to the DAS advisor so we can then take the next step. I'm going to show you an example of the DAS cover sheet standards that I'll briefly review with you. This is primarily boilerplate language, except for the yellow highlighted areas that your advisor at the DAS will be filling in with the information from the DOL standards and information that you will provide. There are a couple of documents that the DAS requires that will be added to the DAS standards, and I'll review that with you as we go through this document. So as you can see, these are the yellow highlighted areas that we'll be filling in for you. This is the wage and wage progression area, and you'll need a minimum of 1 wage increase. The amount and when that increase takes place is decided by the program sponsor and your committee. You can certainly have more than 1 wage increase, so we've created space for that on this page. And this is the signature page for the program signer. And this is the page signifying the need for the local education agency or LEA letter. This is one of the documents that's required by the state of California, but not from the DOL. The state of California requires a local educational agency or LEA to approve the RSI, which is related and supplemental instruction or curriculum delivered throughout the program. This example of an LEA letter is from one of our LEA providers, San Joaquin County Office of Education. This is their template, and your letter will vary depending on who your LEA provider is. But you want to make sure that it's on letterhead, that the program name is mentioned, and that the occupation and ONET code is included. And you will need the contact information of the LEA who is signing this letter to include their name, title, email, and phone number if possible. Each educational partner delivering or providing curriculum to the program, because you can have more than one, should supply a letter of support. The next document we require that the DOL does not is a list of committee members. This is a requirement for multiple employers. It isn't required for single employers, but it's certainly encouraged. The committee is ultimately responsible for the decisions of the program. If your program includes multiple employers, it's good to gather stakeholders to create a well-rounded program. You'll need the name, title, organization, address, phone, and email. The stakeholders could include one or more employers connected to the program and one or more people responsible for the administration of the program, such as a coordinator or an administrator. If it's a union represented program, there should be equal representation from the employer and the employee side. Other committee members can come from community-based organizations, intermediaries, and education partners. Those will be voting members. For the non-voting advisors, you will see space for your DAS advisor, your DOL advisor, and the non-voting education partners that will include your local education agency or LEA. Once the standards have gone through our review process with our review team, they will be posted on our website, and I'll show you what that looks like now. On our website, www.dir.ca.gov, you will go to the apprenticeship homepage. And then on the right side, under quick links, you'll see program standards. Click that. And from there, it will take you to proposed new and revised program standards. Your standards will be posted for 30 days for public comment. Once the 30 days have passed, if there are any comments, our chief will respond to them. And if there are no comments, it will go to him for a signature. And from there, you'll receive a congratulations letter confirming that your standards are now registered with the state of California. Thank you.